Cousins, welcome back to the crib. Audio Moni here. Hope everybody is having a good one. Hope everybody is feeling good. Please do me a favor and smash that like button if you can. Also, before the video ends, or right when it ends, please leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on today's topic, if you will, and also share the video. Share the video with a friend, a family members. Let them know what we got going on over here. We're on our way to 20K, and I would appreciate it. Um, Again, excuse my voice right now. Y'all know I've been going through it, but I'm still trying to push this content out. In about an hour or two, I'm going to give me a COVID test. Hopefully, it's not no COVID, but we shall see. Fingers crossed, it's not that. But anyway, let's get into this topic, cousin. Congratulations are in order for Kendrick Lamar this morning because Kendrick is continuously doing it up for hip hop. Kendrick Lamar officially joined Michael Jackson, Pink Floyd, and Bob Marley in a huge feat, and that huge feat is the 60-week club that many people can't say that they are a part of. In fact, only 11 other artists in the US have achieved this. So, one time for Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, one time for hip hop. This is for hip hop. Um, Also, shout out to Forbes magazine where I'm getting this article from. It's written by Hugh McEntry. Sorry if I fucked that up, but shout out to them for the article. But again, like I said, Kendrick Lamar just joined the 650 week club. Good Kid, Mad City has now spent 650 weeks on the Billboard 200 chart, and Kendrick becomes just the 11th artist in U.S. history to achieve this, y'all, which is crazy because, again, this is a hip hop album. This is a hip hop album. Not many people can say they did that, and not many people can say their favorite artist has done this. And let's go to the article. Let's see what the article is talking about. So the article basically said Kendrick Lamar's latest full-length GNX has been a mainstay near the top of the Billboard 200 for months. Reminder, y'all, came out in November of 2024. While singles like Luther with SZA and Squabble Up continue to rack up streams and sales with ease, but even as his current era continues with great success, fans haven't let go of the rapper's old material. One of his earliest triumphs reaches a major milestone that puts him in an extremely elite category on one of Billboard's most competitive rankings. Real music gonna live forever. That's what they say, right? That's what they say. Good Kid, Mad City reaches a new peak, not in terms of peaks, but when it comes to longevity. The album has now spent 650 weeks on the Billboard 200, a feat that only a handful of titles in history have managed. According to Luminate, Good Kid, Mad City moved 18,600 equivalent units in the most recent tracking frame. Excuse me. Of that figure, 2,800 units came from pure album sales, enough to place the decade old project smack in the middle of the top album sales charts once again. And like we said, Kendrick Lamar just joined an exclusive club that is a very short list. That list, the all-time record remains untouched and it's owned by Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon. So shout out to Pink Floyd. But right behind that is our guy Bob Marley. He's on that chart, and then the most recent addition to the 650 week club before Kendrick was Michael Jackson's Thriller, which joined what it say it joined a few months ago and is now up to 673 weeks, and it's still climbing. Like that's some history. That's some history for your ass. And then the article then goes on to talk about um his albums currently that are still charting on the Billboard 200 years later. Like, that's insane. It says three Kendrick Lamar albums live inside the top 40. Good Kid, Mad City dips just one spot to 36 on the Billboard 200, but that's impressive enough position on its own, but it's made even more so by the fact that it's not only Lamar's project living inside the top 40, Damn lands right behind it at number 37. So Damn, Good Kid, Mad City, and GNX are all in the top 40. GNX, I believe, is actually challenging again to go number one next week. I think it's like a three-way tie right now between SZA, Morgan Wallen, and Kendrick, but it has a chance to go number three because it's only like a couple units that separate them. Um, but the album has been living in the top five since it was released on November 22nd. So again, y'all, what's that saying? What they say? Real music gonna live forever. For some reason, people want to talk about chalk this run up to Kendrick, this being like a once in a lifetime run for Kendrick, when it's not the case. And the success of his discography continues to prove that he's been him since day one. An album over a decade ago is getting better spins than people who just released new material. We got GNX, Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn all in the top 40. All in the top 40. An album over a decade ago is getting better spins than people who just dropped. That's what you call impact. That's what you call longevity. Like, who can say they sitting next to Michael Jackson and Bob Marley on the 650 week club? Not many, but Kendrick Lamar can. This is what you call hip hop. This is what you call keeping hip hop alive. When they crown him the savior, even though he don't like that title, and I don't mean savior as in saving people, but saving the genre, because it went to shit these past years. And here he is saving hip hop, putting hip hop back on the map, making sure hip hop is up there with the pop acts, with the other genres. It's Kendrick Lamar. So, cousins, let me know your thoughts, down in the comment section below. Send some congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. You never know. He might be watching. But anyway, yeah, smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to become a part of the family. And I will catch y'all in my next one. Y'all be safe. Later.